My name is Tino Kazashi Elijah. I'm in Form 4, St. George's College. And I wrote down Saint, so I just felt moved just to be sent anyway. I'm in Ruvimbo Special School. Yeah, I expect just to experience new things, you know. I expect that my patience is going to be tested and my own skills and what I'm gonna do is gonna be way different from what I'm used to.
Service projects began about 23 years ago. It is part and parcel of all Jesuit educational institutions. It's not just St. George's. Most of our boys at the college come from middle class to upper class families. Part of the service projects is to plunge our students into an environment that they would not normally meet. The boys that qualify for service projects are Form 4 students. They will meet 6 months ahead of time with me at various intervals, and we prepare them for the various agencies that they will work at. And they need to choose also which agencies they will be most comfortable at, because we have different various ranges, from primary schools to old age homes to mentally and physically impaired institutions. So it's a long process. They need to speak to their parents as well. There has to be people-to-people contact. So we are not interested in sending our students to be painters or plumbers or electricians.
I'm happy I ended up at Rainbow. It's quite a small school, a very small school. It has a very small field. It's green. It has about 10 rooms, 10 senior rooms, and then another 10 for the juniors. There's 2 blocks. Because I thought I'd experience the kids were mental, but then it wasn't that, well, yeah, they were mental, but it wasn't that crazy mental like you see on the TVs where the kid's just stabbing himself or going crazy. I expected the experience to be horrible. I thought that I would have to reach so deep inside myself that I couldn't reach anymore to find patience, understanding with the kids, but it wasn't even like that. It was pretty easy to communicate with the kids. I thought the teachers would be one of those teachers who would look at you and then be like, spoiled kids from Harare, you know, suburbs and stuff. But no, it wasn't even like that. I mean, the teachers were really welcoming, the students were really welcoming. I mean, I'm really happy that I did end up in this project, because when I got there I thought that, wow, I'm going to experience strange circumstances with crazy kids just walloping, just moving around, and it's just going to be real strange. So I guess when I got to the place and then I met the kids were so much different. I guess what I experienced there maybe would have never been experienced at any other service project that I would have chosen. That's probably the thing that every single St. George's boy who goes on service project learns. You learn to be humble, and I guess that's the main take from the group, because when you look at these kids, you look in their eyes, you look at what they have, it just moves you.
It has a tremendous impact on the boys. They go out just before they come back to A-levels at St. George's, and the growth is absolutely amazing. They become more socially conscious. They become very aware that they are needed to do things for society, especially those that are less privileged. So their whole conscience is reformed, should I say. And they are very open to being aware of the needs of others.
I learned a lot about my friends. At the break times, we just bond by the car, listen to music, talk, have laughs, you know. So yeah, we learned a lot about each other, and you know, yeah. So We had those chats. This is really hard for me to do. Sometimes these kids are really hard to cope with as a group, and it was really bonding. And you learn a lot about yourself. So yeah, as a group, I'm sure we learned to be humble.
It ties in very nicely with what Jesuit education is all about. The men for and with others, the characteristics of Jesuit education that try to inculcate conscience and compassion and commitment. And this is all lived during the time of service projects, because service projects is 3 weeks. So they go through different emotions. They go through fear, then they go through acceptance, and then of course they go through the tragedy of leaving, but they have to leave.
A certain piece of me was changed because it's a chance to learn about yourself, about your friends, about who you truly are. Because if you aren't willing to go out and help other people, then what's the point of coming to St. George's College?
A group of seniors went to a residential agency. That means that they stayed away from home for 3 weeks. And when they came back, 2 of those boys made an individual, private commitment to fund the school fees of a student out of their pocket money, without telling anybody. So their parents didn't even know, and it only came out right towards the end of their time here at St. George's that they were actually funding students out of their pocket money in order for those students to complete their primary education.